contents of this box are not secret. The contents of this box will help unlock the full potential of this rig. What's in this box, you might ask? Well, we're about to find out, won't we?
Okay, just put this game in.
Right.
It's doing stuff. It's working. It doesn't feel quite right, but
Go. 6
okay,
left.
That feels way better.
Keep left over 80. 5 right. Into 6 left over dip.
Yeah.
30. Short 6 right. To keep left over 30. 4 right. Into 4 left long. Opens, tightens, turn. 2 left over junction. Into 6 right long over crest. To keep left over 30. 6 right over crest. Into 6 left. To keep right into 5 left. 30. 6 right. Into 6 left, keep in over crest, into caution sudden, 3 right long tightens, into 4 left, don't cut, into 4 right, don't cut, keep left over crest, 40, 4 left, tightens over dip, into 5 right long over crest, sudden, tight hairpin left, 40,
really
6 right long over crest, tightens slow, turn unseen, open hairpin right,
hairpin, open hairpin
60.
right.
Middle of a crest and 6 right of a bump and dip, 80, unseen, open hairpin left to tree.
Brings a
Opens,
whole nother
keep
layer.
left over
Oh, shit,
80,
that was not
over
close.
crest, slow 6 left, unseen, open hairpin right. 50, 6 right, opens middle of a crest, into caution slow, 6 left, keep right over 50, tight hairpin left. Opens over crest, 100 over crests and bumps, into 6 right, keep left over 80, unseen, open hairpin right. 180. Crest and 5 left.
See, I don't know how loud
Into
those are.
caution,
I can't hear them at
4
all.
right of a crest jump.
You can probably hear them a lot.
Opens, into 5 left, tightens 3.
Oh man,
extra long.
those turns feel
Opens
good.
and caution, tightens over crest. Into 4 right, very long, tightens. Into 4 left long of a jump. Opens long.
This is amazing.
30, 4 left, into 4 right long of a dip.
Like I said, I'm gonna probably be tuning this for the next
Into 6
year
left.
because there's so many
And
settings, but
6 right of
just
a bump.
based on this experience,
And 6
I can
left of a crest
tell.
long, opens,
that this is
slow
gonna be awesome.
100 of a crest, turn unseen, 1 left, tightens, open hairpin left of a junction. 70. 6 right of a
A
crest
little
long,
shortcut here.
6 left of a bump, to keep right
It
of a
really
80,
forces you to like
6 left,
plan
slow
your
100,
physical movements.
3 right tightens,
oh shit, I'm not
into
paying attention.
turn, tight hairpin left.
Plan your physical movements, like where you're placing your hand and your feet, because
Into
the
6
bumps
right of a
you have to
crest.
compensate for them in real
And
time.
keep left over 20, 3 right,
Jesus.
80, over finish, to stop.
See, I mean, like
Well done.
without motion, I would have just breezed through that because this is like one of my most familiar stages. So since I've recorded this video, I've I mean, you can see I'm in a different shirt. This is actually a day later. I did a snow stage. I've done some tarmac stages and mostly gravel stuff. A little bit of rallycross too, actually. And the rig feels great. It feels amazing. There's some drawbacks to having smaller actuators. One, obviously, being that it doesn't have as long of travel, but they're quick though. For instance, I don't feel like I need a butt kicker anymore. I feel like I can feel the detail of the road through the small like undulations, and then also, you know, like the vibration of the actual wheel itself. I can't figure out exactly where it's coming from. You can't hear it when you're in gameplay. Actually, you can't hear the rig at all when you have headphones in and stuff and you're actually playing. You can't even hear the actuators going. You know, you might have been able to notice the actuators quite a bit on the footage there you saw. But yeah, I can't hear the actuators at all. The rig has so much power that it actually pulls itself forward. It's almost like a zombie, crawling on the ground, inching towards you. Like, the more motion you apply to this rig, the more it's actually, like I said, it's grabbing the ground and actually pulling the entire rig forward. They do have this plate that I believe is for that, and you could put that the pivoting section in this so it won't go forward, and I think it has some holes drilled out so you can actually drill it to the floor or to the concrete or whatever you want to do. I'm not positive that's what that's for, but I couldn't find another location for it. It's not really a big deal, just like every 5-10 races, take your VR headset off. If you don't have a VR, it's not a problem at all because you can watch it happening. Every race or something, just check to see your positioning. I would like the steering wheel about an inch or two closer to me, and it would feel a little bit more natural. But I have it pushed back a little bit so my shins positively won't hit this. And like I said, it hasn't happened, especially in gameplay. I've hit it a couple times, when I'm getting in and out and just not paying attention. I'm not necessarily worried about it, but it's there. It's in the back of my mind. I think about it occasionally when I'm racing, and it's somewhat of a bother. If you want to positively not have your shins hit, you could just lower your seat. I'm trying to think of all the negatives so you can 100% feel confident knowing what you're buying. I do want to make this video for people that are looking for a motion rig. I've been holding off for months. Like, as soon as I learned about sim racing at the level it is right now, I wanted the motion rig. But I kept on telling myself I don't need it. And now at this point I'm regretting not buying it sooner. It's really nice of PROSIMU to include extra hardware. Like, they include hardware to attach your wheelbase, your extra, your handbrake, your shifter, your pedals, and then extra hardware to build it, in case you damage something or lose something. You don't see a whole lot of sim racing companies, especially, including enough hardware. They're kind of like, oh, here you go, you're on your own, hope you have hardware. It kind of goes hand in hand with the level of customer service I experience with them. When I contact them, they don't wait weeks to respond to me. At most, they've waited a day. And it wasn't an entire day. It was I contacted them at night, and then the morning they would answer back. I felt secure in my purchase. Not only before I actually bought this, did you all provide me with any answers for any questions I had, but you went out of your way to make sure I was happy and to make sure I was satisfied and I was confident in my purchase, and I appreciate that so much. There were some shipping complications, and the company's based in France, so it's not just like a hop, skip, and away. I ordered it, and I think it was 2 or 3 days after I ordered it from France, it was here, my door. And I was so blown away by that. I was like, no way. I got home from work, I started working on my car. I had no idea it'd even come. I didn't check my messages or anything on my phone. You got a delivery. It was just straight up at my door 2 days later. And I can't say that that's going to happen for everybody, depending on where you are in the world and the level of business they're doing. A lot of factors that go into that. But this was during peak season. This was before Christmas, late December. Now, there was a complication, like I said. Some of the electronics got a little bit delayed, and they got it to me. And honestly, I wasn't that bothered because I got this way sooner than I expected. I expected it to be 5-6 days. So it wasn't a huge deal because I got the electronics, the USB stuff, I think 3 days after that. So I waited total for I think 5 days for everything. That's not bad. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get across, you've probably clicked off the video by now, but if you're still here, thank you. I'm so glad I got this rig. I'm so glad I bought into PROSIMU. I will continue doing business with them. I 100% recommend it for the money. There are actually other options, a similar price range to this, actually even more expensive, that in my opinion offer less. I can feel what it's like to kind of be in those super top dollar rigs. I can get a little bit of a taste of it. Actually, not even a taste of it. I can get a whole mouthful of it at this point. And it's a really cool feeling to experience these kind of sensations in the safety of your own home, especially in VR. A lot of the times when you're rolling around in the game, it feels one-to-one. when you see like a dip in the road, you hit it and it feels like it's right there. It's right there with you. You know, like, and depending on the software you use, obviously that matters a lot. But it's amazing. I hope this video will help you come to a decision, or, you know, maybe just kind of implant the seed of motion. You know, if you're a sim racer like me, motion's where it's at. And even if you don't want it to be like all crazy, like, you know, like, I mean, you can set it up to where you can feel just like nuance things, just so you can feel what the car is doing. You don't have to be thrown around like that. I like that because I like it to interfere with my driving. When you're, you know, getting sideways in real life and you hit a bump and stuff, like, you know, it can throw you off from what you're doing. You know, not only can it surprise you, but it can actually physically make you miss certain things. And when you hit a bump, it knocks your foot off the throttle sometimes because it's such a powerful jolt. You know, it literally interferes with your performance, and that's great. You know, it also makes it to where you feel like you can really feel when the car is at its limit, when the suspension isn't working the best, when the car is losing traction, you're going over too many jumps too quickly, you know, and you can't brake because you're in the air. You can feel all that. I found that even though the motion has been affecting my performance kind of in a negative way, because, you know, I'm bouncing around it's interfering in a lot of ways with my steering because it's making me move around a lot more, but it's also making it to where I feel more connected to the car, more part of me. It adds so much to your amount of control you have because you can feel the suspension working. And I can't really explain it much further than that. You have to experience it for yourself. It feels like a real car. Trust me, you will love this rig. If you got the money and you got the space for this, buy this. Have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.